Okay guys, so in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I yanked out the Recaro CS Sportster seat. I'm gonna pull up this old carpeting here, even though it's brand new. I bought it a couple years ago. I put it in, but as you can see, it wasn't long enough, so I asked them to send me another carpet, which has a little extra trim here, so I can get it up to the edge here and over the edge possibly, and that way it butts up. But anyway, I'm trying to find a spot for the harnesses, because I got these racing harnesses, right? Sparco, and I am looking for a spot. I think there's a hole in one of these spots here for the bolt to go through to where I could put the this end of the seat belt in there. So that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, the seats, when I bought them, they were super expensive when I bought them. They've dropped off quite a bit now, but for the most part they were $1,500 a seat. When they first came out, the CS Sportsters were very expensive. And then the back seat I had sent off to match the front seats. As you can see, we pulled the back Honda Civic seat and had it done in the Italian leather as well to match the front seats. They didn't get it 100% perfect, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist like that, so I was kind of a little upset, but that's okay. It's a back seat. Nobody's really going to notice, and even if they do, because race car guys, you know, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. In my book, it's all about, you know, function and form. So, but it doesn't have to be all pizzazzed up. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying your day with the 4th of July. Let me see here. I'm gonna set you guys down right there for a sec so I can get this bar. But yeah, it's humid as hell here. Yeah, I have 3 days off. I'm really enjoying today. I like doing this stuff. I like working on the car, and I don't know. Sometimes I'd rather be doing this than going to the beach, which is what my family is about to do here in a little bit. I'll probably go to the beach tomorrow or the day after to enjoy it. But for now, this is what I like doing. And you know, it's very rare that I get this much time off. Like the last month has just been amazing, guys, because I've had, oh God, 2 or 3 weekends off that I went up to New Jersey and spent some time at the Jersey Shore. There we go. Sorry, you're not getting a very good view. I'm holding the camera in one hand and doing all this stuff in the other. There we go. So, went up to the Jersey Shore and had a blast up there. Met a lot of really cool people. This morning I was wearing the Summer House shirt that I got from Tom, which is really cool. So thank you again, Tom. And yeah, this weekend I have 3 days off in a row. And that's just, that's crazy. It's like I said, it's a rare thing, and I'm super excited and stoked to have it. There we go, there's a leak. Auto glass, there we go. All right, so, yeah. So as you can see, you just pull the carpeting up here. I don't have any soundproofing in here, because why? Because race car. That's pretty much it. And you can see this is where, get down here, this is where one seat belt goes into, and this is along the outside of the car. What I'm looking for is, yeah, there's nothing on the inside of the car here. So one of two things can happen. I can either bolt it down to here and kind of tie it in somehow there, or another thing I can do is I can weld a square in there and just kind of, yeah, I can weld a square in there and see how it goes. Yeah, it's kind of weird the way the interior was done by Honda. You'd think they would have had like a block on that side. Yeah, this needs to be coated. But anyway, you'd think they'd have a block on this side where the seat belts could go in and tie into, but they don't. So I'm kind of like, what's next? The long and the short of it is one of two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to pay a welder to weld a brick in here that's threaded and tapped for our bolt to go in, or I'll just, I don't know if you can see it, but here, I'll show you on the back of the seat. I can actually put the seat belt and a bolt under here, kind of run the seat belt up this way, and that way it stays out of the way, which I think that's probably the quickest and most easiest way to do it. But I'll have to take a look at it, and that'll keep it out of the way from the sliders, because a lot of guys put racing seats in their car, and they, sorry, it's super hot out here. It's like 95, or maybe hotter. A lot of guys put their racing seats in and they leave them in a fixed location. And that's great and everything if you're the only driver. Most of the time, we are the only drivers, but you know, sometimes I like to put kids in the car, let them sit in the cars, like you saw in my YouTube video for the Gumball Rally. Jeffrey Luecki, he was in my car, and I let him start it up and all that stuff, and it's all about the kids. So I like letting the kids experience these things, because a lot of times they don't get to experience it, and then you know, they're the next generation race car drivers. You know, they're next generation enthusiasts. They're the next generation for the market, for the economy, for everything. So the more we expose them to, and the more we get them involved, the better it is for everybody. So yeah. That being said, I'm gonna kind of rig up. I'm gonna take a look at the seat belt and rig up a bolt or two to see if I can get it in there. If I can, then that'll be great. I think it's probably a little too big, honestly, for that. I got some bolts that I've been kind of hanging with here, and I keep a lot of the extra loose stuff here. Yeah, so these are, let me see if I can set you guys down just for a second. And oh, my fingers are off. There we go. So this is your typical seatbelt bolt, and what I got to do is see if it fits in there. If it doesn't, then what I'll do is I'll either drill it out and I'll get a nut for the top end, and if it does, then great, cool. If it doesn't, then I'll figure something out. But right now it's really not that important. I would like to have the blocks welded in there, but again, that's time consuming, and then I have to like literally find a welder, take the car there, have it welded, and then there's a guy, my neighbor said, he's got his own welding equipment down in his garage, but I don't know if I trust that. So, excuse me. So what I was thinking is I'll take a look at this and see if it's doable. If it is, cool beans. Then I'll just roll with it. If it's not, then you know, it is what it is, and we'll go from there. So hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. Like I said, this is what I like to do when I'm off. I remember it was a lot easier when I was in my 20s as opposed to my 40s, doing all this stuff, hopping around in the car. And I'm still gonna do it, don't get me wrong, but man, I get tired. I get tired quick, and it kind of sucks. So yeah, these seats are just amazing. I love these Recaro CS Sportster seats. They're one of the best things I could have bought for the car, to really dress up the interior. You couple it with the Momo steering wheel and the shifter and the doggone the gauges and the way everything's set up, and it looks really, really nice. So it's not all over colored, you know, real cheesy or anything like that. It's not you know, all just about the colors. The interior has some pretty good quality to it, and as you can see here, this is a real NOS new old stock EDM/JDM center console, and it took me forever to find that. I found that about 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I gotta fix the little shifter boot here, but anyway, yeah, I found that online. I think I paid, like, guys, I don't even remember what I paid for it back then, but I think it was like $300, $400, $500 back then, and now they're going for like $2,500 to $3,000 for a new old stock one. So I have to touch up a few things there. This is an EDM. Let me see if I can get out of the sun there. This is an EDM center console, lower center console. That's European domestic market, and we got a brand new shifter boot here. So that's actually a Honda component or Honda stock part, and it looks really good. So as far as carbon fiber on the inside, all we have is the door handles right there, or I'm sorry, the door pockets to unlock the doors. And then on each side here, we did carbon fiber speaker covers. So you have the two pieces of carbon fiber here. And then I was gonna put carbon fiber in here, but I'd rather not. So I'll just keep these as they are, and then we'll go from there. But it looks really good. When it's cleaned up and everything's done, it's gonna look really, really good. And when it's painted, it's gonna look amazing. So hope you're having a good weekend. I'm gonna get off this video here and get back to this, you know, enjoy my weekend. Tomorrow I'll be doing definitely for sure the beach, and Sunday probably as well, just to enjoy it. So yeah, Tuesday I'm apartment and house hunting, so that's my plan. Anyway guys, happy Independence Day. I may or may not do another video. If so, you'll see more. If not, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later.